Portugal welcomes over 22 million travelers each year with some of the most affordable attractions that make it a premier travel destination. These budget-friendly locations offer an accessible way to explore Portugal while making the most of your travel budget. From the natural wonders of Serra da Estrela to the timeless charm of Évora, here are the insanely cheap destinations for budget travel in Portugal. Make sure to subscribe to Discover Destination for more travel videos like this. Beja. Beja, located in Portugal's Alentejo region, is a city where centuries of history remain visible in its streets and monuments. The castle of Beja stands as the city's most recognizable landmark, with its tall stone rising higher than any other in Portugal. Inside the walls, you can walk through the grounds and visit the Jorge Vieira Museum, which adds a modern, artistic touch to the historic setting. Just a short walk away, the Beja Regional Museum is housed in the former convent of Nossa Senhora de Conceição, a 15th century building known for its Manueline cloister lined with patterned azulejo tiles. The museum's collection includes religious art, ceramics, and artifacts that trace the city's cultural past. In the city center, Praça da República serves as a lively gathering place framed by historic arches and buildings. The Misericordia Church adds to the square's character, while the surrounding streets carry the rhythm of daily life. Not far from the square, the Núcleo Museológico da Rua do Sembrano provides a glimpse into Beja's archaeological roots. Built over a site uncovered in the 1980s, it preserves traces of an Iron Age settlement beneath its modern structure. Across Beja, historic fountains add smaller but meaningful details to the city's character. The Fonte da Misericordia is marked by colorful azulejo tiles, while the Fonte dos Cavaleiros stands out with its arched design. By the way, my Travel on a Dime ebook shows you how to travel more for less. I'll share more about it later. Guarda. Guarda in central Portugal rises over 3,400 feet above sea level, making it the country's highest city. Its streets and architecture reflect both its defensive role and cultural importance. At the center stands the Sé de Guarda, a cathedral begun in the 14th century and completed more than 150 years later. Inside, twisted stone columns support arched ceilings, and an intricate altarpiece carved from ansa stone dominates the interior. A short walk away is the Torre de Menagem, the last remaining tower of Guarda Castle. This 13th century keep once formed part of the city's medieval defenses, and climbing to the top offers sweeping views over the city. From here, the narrow streets lead into the historic center, where granite buildings line cobblestone paths. Here, the Jewish quarter holds reminders of the Inquisition, with crosses carved into door frames of homes once forced into conversion. Meanwhile, the Porta del Rei, an old city gate, stands as another marker of the fortified past. Praça Luís de Camões is the main square and gathering place of the city. Framed by historic buildings, it features a statue of King Sancho I, who founded Guarda. Just steps away, the Guarda Museum occupies a former episcopal palace, with its collection spanning archaeology, art, and traditional garments. Not far from the center, the Igreja de Misericordia adds a Baroque presence to the skyline. Its elegant facade and richly decorated altar showcase the craftsmanship of the period. For a quieter setting, the Parque Urbano do Rio Diz offers walking paths and green spaces along the river. If you want to explore more, the Estação Arqueológica do Prazo reveals traces of a prehistoric settlement with artifacts and remains showing life in the region long before the city was built. Castelo Branco. Castelo Branco, located in central Portugal, combines its medieval roots with a more modern character. As the capital of the district, the city's cobblestone streets and preserved architecture make the old town an inviting place to explore. One of the most recognizable highlights is the Jardim do Paço Episcopal, an 18th century Baroque garden laid out with fountains and statues. Among its features, the Staircase of Kings stands out with rows of apostles and Portuguese monarchs, while Spanish kings are carved smaller as a symbolic reminder of Portugal's independence. From the garden, it's a short walk up to the Castelo de Castelo Branco. Built by the Templars in the 13th century, the castle now lies in ruins, but its hilltop position provides sweeping views over the city. Just below the castle sits the former bishop's palace, today home to the Museu do Francisco Tavares Proença Jr. This museum is best known for its embroidered colchas, a reflection of Castelo Branco's textile traditions. Not far away, the Carjaleiro Museum showcases the paintings and ceramics of local artist Manuel Carjaleiro, adding a contemporary layer to the city's cultural scene. The Sé de Castelo Branco, also known as the Church of San Miguel, is another key landmark. Built between the 13th and 14th centuries, it later gained Baroque Rococo details, with gold leaf decorating its main chapel and sacristy. Beyond the historic center, Piscina Praia provides a relaxed summer retreat. This river beach pool is a favorite local spot for swimming and unwinding. For a more natural setting, the nearby Parque de Barrocal offers trails through unusual rock formations and open green spaces. The Domus Municipales is also worth a stop. Built in the 16th century, it once served as the municipal council, courthouse, and jail. Its facade displays the armillary sphere and the coat of arms of Portugal, while its veranda overlooks streets that still preserve their historic character. Now, I know you're getting excited about all these amazing places to visit, but if you're eager to travel the world to explore new locations, cultures, foods, and much more, while taking a breather from your everyday life, you also know it can cost you quite a lot of money. With the Travel on a Dime ebook, you have the opportunity to make the most out of any place you visit without overspending on your travel budget. From finding the right flights and hotel deals to money-saving tips during your trip, it's the perfect guide to help you travel like a pro, ensuring you have a great experience while saving hundreds of dollars on travel. Get your copy at thediscoverydestination.com. That's thediscoverydestination.com. Use code DISCOVER5 to save $5 off your copy. Serra da Estrela. Serra da Estrela in central Portugal is the country's largest natural park, covering over 249,000 acres. Its granite mountains, glacial valleys, and snowy winters make it unique, as it's the only place in Portugal where snow falls regularly. The park's highlight is Torre, the highest peak in mainland Portugal, rising to 6,538 feet. Torre draws many visitors throughout the year. In winter, it becomes the center of Estancia de Ski da Serra da Estrela, Portugal's only ski resort, where you can ski, snowboard, or sled. Not far from Torre lies the Zegere Glacier Valley, shaped by ancient glaciers and recognized as one of Portugal's 7 wonders. Hiking trails here take you past dramatic scenery, while nearby Lagoa Comprida, a large reservoir, serves as a starting point for high-altitude trails across the mountains. One of the park's most unusual sites is Covao dos Conchos, a man-made spillway hidden in a mountain lake. Built in the 1950s to divert water, it looks like a massive circular hole in the water. For a gentler walk, the Passadizos do Mondego, or Mondego boardwalks, provide a wooden path through the countryside with less demanding climbs. The park also features striking natural spots, like Poço do Inferno, a 10-meter waterfall that can be reached by a short trail and drops into a clear mountain pool. Covao da Metade is a peaceful valley with granite cliffs, often used for camping or short walks. Unique rock formations such as Cabeça do Velho, or the Old Man's Head, adds to the park's dramatic scenery. Several villages enrich the area with history and charm, like Manteigas, which is a convenient base for trails and viewpoints. Then there's Pio Dao, with its schist stone houses, and Linhares da Beira, a medieval village with a castle, which stand out for their architecture and history. Meanwhile, Fogosinho, with its stone watchtower and quiet streets, offers a more relaxed experience. Serra da Estrela is also known for its traditions. In Manteigas, the Burrell factory produces wool products using restored machinery. In Celorico da Beira, the Cheese Manor House introduces you to Serra da Estrela cheese, a creamy sheep's milk cheese. Ceia adds another layer with its bread museum, which highlights Portuguese bread making and serves fresh loaves. In summer, the park's river beaches become popular escapes. Loriga, with waters of glacial origin, has a natural river beach framed by mountain views, making it one of the most refreshing places to cool off during warmer months. Viseu. Viseu, located in Portugal's Central region, sits on a plateau surrounded by mountain ranges. The historic center is one of the city's highlights, with narrow cobblestone streets winding between granite buildings and small shops. Central spots like Praça Dom Duarte, named after a 15th century king, and Rua Direita, the city's main street for centuries, give you a sense of the city's character. From here, Viseu Cathedral, or Sé de Viseu, stands out as one of the most important landmarks built over several centuries. Inside, you can walk through peaceful cloisters, and the bell tower offers wide views across the city. Right beside the cathedral, the Grão Vasco Museum is housed in the former bishop's palace. Its collection centers on the works of Renaissance painter Vasco Fernandes, while also displaying regional art. A short walk away, Praça da República, also called Rocio, serves as another gathering place. The square features fountains, a merry-go-round, and striking azulejo panels that depict scenes of local life. To see more of the city's past, the remnants of Viseu's medieval walls can still be found throughout the center. Gates like Porta dos Cavaleiros and Porta do Soar de Cima remain as reminders of the city's fortified history. Beyond the historic core, Cava di Veriato adds another layer of significance. This large pentagonal earthwork reflects Viseu's military heritage. For quieter moments, Parque Aquilina Ribeiro offers a green retreat within the city. Shaded areas, open lawns, and a pond make it a pleasant place to pause. Viseu also offers insights into local culture at the Museu Almeida Moreira. Once the home of Francisco Antonio Almeida Moreira, a respected art critic and collector, the house now displays azulejos and personal collections. Tomar. Tomar sits along the Nabao River in central Portugal, where history and architecture connect naturally through its streets and landmarks. Above the town, the convent of Christ and Tomar Castle dominate the skyline. Built in the 12th century as a Templar stronghold, the complex later grew into a convent. From the convent, the old paths lead into the Mata Nacional dos Sete Montes. Once an olive grove for the monks, this large park now offers shaded trails, open lawns, and quiet corners. At its center stands the Charolinha, a small circular fountain designed to echo the convent's towers. In the heart of Tomar, Praça da República serves as the main square. The statue of Gualdim País, the city's founder, stands across from the Igreja de São João Batista. This 15th century church features a manueline doorway and a peaceful interior. Crossing the Nabao River brings you to the Igreja de Santa Maria dos Olivais. Once the main Templar church in Portugal, it houses the tombs of several Grand Masters. The Gothic rose window and its detached bell tower, known as the Lighthouse of the Templars, are distinctive features. Nearby, the Tomar Synagogue, now the Museu Luso Hebraico Abrão Zacuto, preserves the memory of the city's Jewish community before the Inquisition. Its small rooms display inscriptions and artifacts that highlight their presence. Extending beyond the historic center, the Aqueduto dos Pegoes carries water across 3.7 miles of countryside. Built in the late 16th and early 17th centuries to supply the convent, some arches rise nearly 100 feet, making it one of the most impressive engineering works of its time. Returning to the Nabao River, Muxão Park offers a peaceful setting within the city. Located on a small island linked by pedestrian bridges, it has shaded paths and beaches where you can pause beside the water. Aveiro. Aveiro rests along the Ria de Aveiro lagoon in northern Portugal, where calm waters connect narrow canals lined with elegant buildings. The city moves at a relaxed pace, and much of its charm comes from small details across its neighborhoods and nearby coast. Starting in the city center, the canals are the best introduction. Molicero boats, once used to collect seaweed, now glide beneath bridges with painted prows that brighten the waterway. Following the canals west leads to the Atlantic, where Costa Nova adds color to the shoreline. Rows of striped houses, once fishermen's storage huts, now define the area's look. The wide beach stretches in both directions, with open sands and ocean breezes that make it a favorite escape from the city. Nearby, the Art Nouveau Trail highlights another layer of the city's identity. Curved facades, decorative tiles, and ornate details line the route, with the Museu de Arte Nova offering insight into how this style shaped Aveiro's streets. For a quieter experience, the Museu de Santa Joana provides a reflective pause. Inside a former convent, it holds religious art and the marble tomb of Princess San Joana, the collection's central piece. Beyond the city center, the Salinas de Aveiro salt flats show centuries-old traditions. Shallow pools shimmer in the sun as salt forms on the surface, and the wetlands around them often draw wading birds. Other corners of Aveiro hold smaller but memorable details, like the old train station, which is no longer in full use, but still displays blue and white tiles that tell stories of boats and salt workers. Inland, Parque Infante de Pedro offers another retreat. Its tree-lined paths circle a pond with arched bridges, tiled benches, and shaded spots to rest. A historic tea house and bandstand add character to the park's calm setting. Also, the Ponte Lazos de Amizade footbridge reflects Aveiro's sense of community. Its railings are tied with colorful ribbons, left by people marking friendships and connections. Évora. Évora, in Portugal's Alentejo region, is a city where centuries of history are visible in daily life. The medieval walls surrounding the historic center mark the start of an area filled with open squares and landmarks that have stood for generations. The best place to begin is Giraldo Square, with its arcaded buildings and Baroque fountain that make it the center of activity. From here, a short walk leads to the Roman temple, often called the Temple of Diana. Its tall Corinthian columns, standing for nearly 2,000 years, make it one of the best preserved Roman monuments in the Iberian Peninsula. Heading uphill from the temple, Évora Cathedral comes into view. Built between the 12th and 13th centuries, its marble portal is impressive, but the rooftop terrace is the highlight, opening up wide views of the surrounding plains. Inside, sacred art and one of Europe's oldest Renaissance organs add to the cathedral's atmosphere. Close by, the Church of São Francisco holds the Chapel of Bones, one of Évora's most unusual sights. The walls and columns of this 16th century chapel are lined with the remains of over 5,000 monks. A carved inscription at the entrance reflects on the fragility of life, while the rest of the church displays Gothic and Manueline detail, balancing the chapel's somber tone. Beyond the historic streets, a short drive takes you to Almendres Cromlech. This prehistoric site consists of dozens of standing stones arranged in an oval, dating back to the Neolithic period. Returning to the city, another landmark tells a different story of the past, the Agua de Prata Aqueduct. Built in the 16th century to bring water into Évora, it stretches from the countryside into the city, where houses and shops have been built into its arches. The University of Évora adds an intellectual layer to the city's history. Founded in 1559, its courtyards, cloisters, and tiled rooms display Portugal's classic blue and white azulejos. The Great Hall, richly decorated, continues to serve students today. For a quieter escape, the Jardim Público provides shaded paths, green lawns, and the ruins of the royal palace of Dom Manuel. In one corner, 19th century fake ruins, built from fragments of older buildings, add a curious touch to this peaceful park. Peniche. Peniche stretches out into the Atlantic on a rocky peninsula where the sea shapes nearly every part of life. Just offshore, the Berlangas archipelago offers one of the region's most striking experiences. A short boat ride from the harbor takes you to Berlanga Grande, the main island in this protected reserve. Trails cut across rugged terrain with sweeping ocean views, and a narrow stone bridge leads to the 17th century Forte de São João Baptista. Back on the peninsula, the fortress of Peniche stands as a reminder of the town's layered past. Built in the 16th century to defend the coast, it later became a political prison during the Salazar dictatorship. Today, its ramparts overlook the shoreline. From the fortress, it's a short distance to Cabo Carvoeiro, the westernmost point of the peninsula. Here, steep cliffs rise above the open ocean, with the Berlangas visible on the horizon. The Cabo Carvoeiro Lighthouse, in service since 1790, continues to guide ships navigating these waters. Moving south along the shore, Praia de Supertubos draws surfers from around the world with its fast, powerful waves. For a quieter experience, the Papoa Peninsula has walking paths that follow the edge of cliffs shaped over centuries by the waves. Within the town, traditions remain strong. The craft of bobbin lace making is still practiced at the Escola Municipal de Renda de Bilros, where local artisans continue the detailed work passed down through generations. Bragança. Bragança lies in Portugal's far northeast, where the Sabor River and the surrounding mountains have helped preserve its quiet and traditional character. Your visit often begins at the hilltop Bragança Castle. Built in the 12th century, its walls and towers overlook the city and surrounding countryside. Inside, you can explore the keep and the military museum, which holds armor and weapons from different centuries. Within the citadel, the Domus Municipalis adds another layer of history. This rare Romanesque civic building stands out with its pentagon shape and carved stone medallions. Just nearby, the Igreja de Santa Maria reflects Renaissance and Baroque design through its detailed doorway and golden altar, dating back to the 16th century. Moving beyond the walls, the Iberian Mask and Costume Museum showcases colorful masks and garments tied to traditional festivals in both Portugal and Spain. Not far away, the Corredor Verde do Fervença provides a quieter setting along the Fervença River, where shaded paths and green spaces make for a calm walk near the center. In the countryside around Bragança, small villages hold on to older traditions, like Rio do Honor, which is known for its communal way of life that continues today. A short drive away, the ruins of Castro de Ayelas Monastery show Mudéjar-style brickwork with striking geometric designs, unusual in northern Portugal. If you're looking for any tips to enhance your own personal travel and help you manage your travel budget more effectively, click the link in the description. And remember to like and subscribe to help our channel grow.